step into the ring, the bell's about to chime. Turnbuckle talk, we're here to shine. Flagship of the airways, leading the pack. Breaking news reviews, we've got your back. From the squared circle to the backstage news, we bring stories that you can't refuse. Turnbuckle talk, the voice of the...
The following program is rated MA and may contain themes that may not be appropriate for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Trendsetters, the school of hard knocks and that attitude ever. Yeah, I just wanted to be one of the best. Holding the mic as I'm yelling out D-Generation X. I will remember it. I never forget it. We've come a pretty long way. There's so much I can say. It's never really gone away.
And welcome, everybody. It is Monday night, which means we are here with the Raw Patrol as we watch Monday Night Raw, break it down, and discuss it all with you. I'm Carl Carafell. I'm joined alongside, well, a regular cast, Chris Best, OM Dynamic, and Logan Thompson. Guys, it's great to be here. It's great to be able to watch a Monday Night Raw without it being taped, I guess, or have previously aired, and then we're doing things. So to be back live is such a refreshing experience.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, and it's great to have you here. We all know that, the work-life balance can get stressful, so great to have you here for that rare night off.
Yes, well, it's a rare 5 nights off right now, so not too terrible. Gives me a chance to decompress before having to go back to the grind.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Yeah, take every advantage of these 5 days you have, Carl.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's not going to be too much of taking advantage of things. We've got tonight. We've got the show tomorrow. We have a show Wednesday that we're going to be somewhere live. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow, live on stream. So it's going to be a busy next few days at least.
that it is. As we are reliving what happened on SmackDown with Jey Uso qualifying for the King of the Ring semifinal this coming Friday.
We're being joined by another cast of crew in the bloodline.
Interesting that the Usos got their own vehicles.
That was kind of my next thought on that. Was like, they aren't carpooling anymore?
No, well, I was going to say, because we didn't even see Jimmy get out of the vehicle. It sort of looked like where he came up from, like he was already there, and that it was Roman and Jay getting out of separate vehicles.
Now, I mean, with how this whole bloodline story is so far kind of unfolding with Jay winning that
right,
Jacob, that fall in line moment from Jacob. But are we by chance going to see the Batista evolution turn again from Jay? Are we going to see Jimmy finally get some flowers and maybe go after the World Heavyweight Championship because Jay and Roman have friction again? Who knows?
So my mind just went way, way, way back. Went back to, Monday Night Wars. And we had the NWO. And then we had another iteration of the NWO.
Wolfpack.
Are we seeing right now? Okay, so we had the Bloodline. Are we having the Werewolf Pack?
We absolutely could, and it's something that I have suggested, and I know it's sort of like maybe we've got too many Samoan groups already, but if Zilla Fatu is on WWE's radar, Could you have Solo go back to the bloodline, Zilla and Jacob reform with the MFTs?
See, I think because of and I'm still going to stick to what Roman said at the end of Clash in Italy when he saw the MFT sitting at ringside, when he took a look over and said, "We'll deal with them later." There's a 4-on-3 situation right now in that potential story.
Yeah.
I get the feeling that if they're bringing in Zilla joins the MFT to even out that number, and then we're going to War Games with them.
That was gonna be my next question. Do we light the fuse at SummerSlam to build to War Games in November? Or do we build in a sense of like using Money in the Bank this time as a pawn for like Bloodline Civil War Part 2 1992, whatever you want to call it. Right? So I mean, I'm not mad at anything that the Bloodline is going to do because the Bloodline has been the hottest thing in wrestling for the past 5 to 7 years. Whether any internet fan wants to disagree with that or not, that's completely fine. Everyone is entitled to their opinion, but you're also entitled to a wrong one. Because this was the thing that everybody was watching in 2022 to 2023 to 2024. Yes, you were watching CM Punk and MJF and AEW for sure, but if you weren't watching that, this is what you were watching.
It's pure reality, but I don't know if Carl, you or Logan got to see SmackDown. And Jacob showed up there saying, "I'm here for Solo."
Yeah,
and then told Solo, "Roman wants you to come home."
But Solo said, "No, I'm not doing that."
Okay. I feel like that's gonna be a good chunk of this segment here is that they're gonna deal with that transgression that Jacob. There's too many J's in here. That Jacob did not follow through with what he was told by the tribal chief to do on SmackDown. This is what he was told and ordered by the tribal chief himself to bring Solo home, and there is no Solo. And knowing Roman, now is time to pay the piper.
Right. This is interesting because here we get Roman on the one side of the ring doing the one. And before everybody else gets in the ring and we get the acknowledgement there, they were doing it all on the outside.
It's almost like wait for the elder kind of deal.
Yeah.
Jaquette, hello, welcome. If I pronounced that incorrectly, I'm sorry. Yeah.
We will learn your name, so we will get there.
And Logan, the only disagreement I will have with you is that during that time, I know for a fact that there were a lot of Bullet Club people as well.
True. I wouldn't even say it's a hang up. It's just that for me trying to watch New Japan at that time period, like you're up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning trying to watch New Japan some days, super tough, but totally true. That's just something I just didn't even consider, knowing that New Japan totally exists.
My friend, if you can type into how the pronunciation should be, that would be amazing. And then we can call you correctly. That would be awesome. Appreciate
We'd like to make sure we get people's
here,
names
and
right.
hope you're going to have a good time with us. And how'd you find us? Always a question we'd like to ask. You know that we are on Twitch, we are on YouTube, and we are on Kick as well.
It's crazy. There's a guy right behind Roman that has a sign that says, "I can beat anyone here." And it's like, clearly not.
Right.
You'd have to be crazy to think that at this point. No.
Now, based on what he said last week, do we hear a call out to Seth Rollins? Do we hear a call out to Solo? There are so many moving parts to all of this. Do we hear from LA Knight confronting Jay on this tonight?
I get the feeling with this segment, we're going to finally see who Roman's next contender for his title is going to be.
Yeah. Because, I mean, at this point, we have to lead to SummerSlam. Biggest party of the summer. There's no reason why they're not talking about Roman, because I don't think they're going to have Roman defend the title at Night of Champions, which is weird because it's Night of Champions. Like, I get crowning the whole king and queen of the ring at that event, but at the same time, you should have your world champions on that show.
And that's where I'm going to disagree, because Roman will be on that show.
Is he supposed to?
Well, we don't know.
Yeah.
But when they do shows in Saudi Arabia, they bring the big stars out, and you need to bring Roman. You need to bring Cody to those shows.
No, I totally agree. And and it sucks because like you want to play the cards and you want to play the game a little bit to see if the Saudis are able to do it, because without mentioning what we don't want to mention, there's something going on in that part of the world that might be a bit of a hang up trying to get some people in and out of the area. Just not a great and easy time to get around. So that might put some dampeners on some things, which could burn some of that oil more or less on the Saudi fuse, in the sense of like, we can pull those big stars, but can we keep things going with what's going on around us? Especially with WrestleMania on the horizon next year. Like, to me, that's a massive concern. Oh,
Interesting, right?
yeah. Okay. Roman getting the crowd to acknowledge someone else besides him. Is he a benevolent tribal chief now?
And to go off of the previous conversation, yes, I fully agree as well that there needs to be, the champions on Night of Champions.
Mm-hmm.
I understand the whole King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring,
Mm-hmm.
but if they had just done their own King and Queen of the Ring event,
Yep.
the Night of Champions wouldn't need to have that inclusion and could just have a Night of Champions.
Yep. Well, and that's the crazy part, is that you can't have one without the other, which kind of sucks. Is that like, so you have to have the event because the crowning being in Saudi Arabia is going to be historic for Saudi Arabia for the second year. And they're going to keep that tradition going of making these big over the top crowns. So if only they would do, I would say, I don't know. It's hard to kind of do a king and queen of the ring. Dang, another acknowledgement.
Yeah, and not acknowledging both Jay and Jimmy.
Wait for Jacob not to get anything.
That's what I'm thinking right now.
Yeah.
Crowd still loving Jacob Fatu, though.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the face of Roman.
That intense face from Roman, always kind of just know something's going to come up. Oh.
Oh. Right. Playing back, right? Running it back. He didn't bring Solo home.
Here it is. Well, you're not in Houston, so clearly not.
Oh, I figured they would have surrounded him.
Dang. That quick, that almost that 3-man weave for a second in the ring, just very, very wild. Give me 1 second, boys. I shall return momentarily. Oops. Don't mind me. I'm removing my.
Ooh. You see, this is why I talked earlier about, will there be more of a like werewolf pack, right? Where Fatu just kind of says, I'm done with your crap. And that's it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Understandable. Yeah.
Mhm. And Jacob's saying he only acknowledges Roman, which is what he's been telling Jimmy and Jay for the better part of the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't Jimmy or Jay that beat Jacob, it was Roman.
Right.
Well, what's in that box?
I don't know. Was that Mark Chinook?
I believe so. It looked like him.
Yeah. Sault Ste. Marie's own.
I was saying, yeah, I thought that was Mark. Sorry, I kind of got back as you guys were just talking about Mark. I'm like, oh, hi, Mark.
Roman acknowledging the chatter online about the bloodline being reunited, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Quiche. Yeah. It's a rich history for sure.
Oh, yeah. And we, the fans, have been along for that ride our entire lives, basically.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, and when you look at the actual Samoan dynasties themselves that exist as an entity as a whole, you've got like what 250 different wrestlers from 5 to 7 generations.
Yep.
Like just and to think what's coming. Jay and Jimmy got like what 5 to 7 kids apiece. Roman's got 5 kids. Jacob's got 7. Solo's got a few. The next 10 to 15 years, be on the lookout for 3.0, 4.0, and 10.0 at this point. And no, I'm not mad at it. I ain't mad at this either.
Roman basically gave the ultimate acknowledgement to Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
Jimmy and Jay seem pretty pissed off.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah. But Jimmy's falling in line. Jay is a little bit hesitant on that.
Okay, I can get behind that. And now he is putting the focus on having the family to have his back against any and all comers.
Yep. Well, and I think now you just introduced an interesting power dynamic, right? No pun intended with you being dynamic yourself.
No.
But the fact that Jay has done this before, he's been the right-hand man, and then all of a sudden he's no longer the right-hand man. He's getting pushed around all the time. He's getting shoved. He's getting told that he's not worth enough. Hey, we love Eric Andre, though. We love Eric Andre. But besides that, then you see the exact same thing happening with Jacob. Are we going to see Jay try to go, hey, man, like, what are you doing? What are you trying to get close to the tribal chief for? I'm the right-hand man. And are we going to see that development again? Or are we going to see something new from Jay?
I mean, again, because Roman told him, go and win the King of the Ring and then go challenge Cody. Are you trying to ensure that you've got that right-hand man on Raw if Jay is challenging Cody or Gunther?
Yeah.
Or is this a Batista Triple H type
no.
situation?
Oh no. Oh, Eric Andre is about to get murdered. Yep. Yeah, this is Bye, Eric Andre. Yeah, enjoy your show tomorrow when you can't feel your legs. And Eric probably told him to lay some of these in too. Knowing Eric Andre, he told him like, dude, hit me. Hit me.
The look on Roman's face too. He looks shocked at this.
Yeah. And yet none of them are coming back to there's Roman now. But none of them were looking at coming back until
Roman shouting no.
Oh, wow.
You may need to attach a leash to that werewolf there, Roman.
Even Adam Pearce is going, Roman, help me. Help me.
Yep. Does anyone have Armando Estrada's number?
Oh, wait.
Oh,
yo.
Whoa.
Yeah, there you go, Roman. Get that sick, sadistic smile on there. Let's go. That's a goosebumps moment right there, boys.
Yes, it is.
Roman just turned heel.
Yes, he did.
That's that look right there. One more time. One more time. The crowd's already asking for it.
I don't want to repeat what I saw Jessica Carr saying, but she did say WTF.
Yeah, 100%. Yep.
Oh, and back into the
there we go.
Oh, one more time.
Yeah, one more. Screw it.
At least Eric Andre is selling it and not doing what Steve-O did some number of years ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh.
Now, could adding a guy like going to this version of the Bloodline, when Bronson Reed comes back, could he turn now on the Vision and join this? Because he is Samoan Australian.
Yeah.
Or does he stick with the Vision and then this is a way for them to go to war?
I kind of want him to stick with the Vision because the Vision's numbers are hurting right now.
Yeah. I mean, especially with how much weight he's lost and how jacked he's going to look. If you want to do instead of doing a Bloodline Civil War, let's say you want to do the Vision versus the Bloodline, you could actually have a build to that makes sense because Roman's on Raw, Braun Breaker wants the World Championship. You can have some of that, and that's perfect story right there. So I mean, let Bronson comes back, let Logan get healthy, let God forbid Austin Theory stay healthy for French toast. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, just do the thing, get through the injuries, and let's see what we can have.
Would it not make sense though to get Bronson Reed right into that title picture because he's got 2 victories over Roman Reigns?
Yeah, absolutely. Because again, while I thought the Treble Thief gimmick was a little silly, I got it and I understood it, and that's fine. Because again, comedy has its place in wrestling; it always has. But when you show, like, for example, we're seeing it right now with somebody who's supposed to be usually hilarious and Eric Andre absolutely getting destroyed on television. And he's still selling that. Yeah. Rather than just like him getting out of the ring and walking it off when the cameras aren't around. They're trying to show this as if he just got like assaulted. Like that's assault, brother. Like this guy just got murked just because he touched something. And I mean, that was kind of dumb to touch the Ulafala. You're not supposed to do that. But that comes with the territory of what wrestling is.
Yeah.
And knowing Eric Andre, he should know that, but it happens.
Yeah. And very much a different looking Ulafala, almost more of a, like not sure if it was bamboo or if it was done to represent bone.
I almost wonder if it's it almost looks like a burnt, like it's been like the peppers that they use for the Ulafala, they're more dried, right?
Yeah.
They hang them on the lay, they let them dry for a couple months, and then it becomes the Ulafala.
Mm-hmm.
I think with this, it's almost like they've done that same drying process a little bit, but then they've also roasted those same peppers to release the essence of the pepper, and I feel like that might have something to do with the culture.
But as well, if you take
grasping at straws,
and I'm wondering there if it's as well leading to Zilla, because if you see his gear and his necklaces, it's very, very similar.
Yeah,
Carl, you look like you had something to say to it.
Yeah, it looked to me almost like roasted garlic.
Yeah,
like full garlic. You know,
bulbs.
Yeah, it looked like it looked like the garlic necklace that you would wear to ward off a vampire.
Yeah, like the bulbs, garlic bulbs.
Yeah.
I'm going to say a quick hot take while we're watching the SummerSlam little ad here. Plot twist: Chad Gable versus Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's retirement match. Chad Gable goes over. What do we think?
I would love to see that. I don't think it's going to happen.
Like, no, but like, I don't know. I feel like Chad Gable deserves a little something. He was in the Shorty G verse for so long, and then he was under a mask for so long, and he was having a great time, and he got a lot of respect and gained a lot of character and everything else. So now, like, give this man a title. Like, this doesn't make any sense at this point if he does not beat Penta for the Intercontinental Championship, because that's the entire reason why he put on the mask in the first place, was because Penta showed up. So
yeah, and I think we're going to go to that at SummerSlam.
Oh yeah, and I think that's perfect for his character. I still think now that we've hit I would say the summit of the. I'm not going to say the summit because he can't go any higher, but the summit is in. This is what his character should be going forward. A Kurt Angle type, straight up Kurt Angle. Can talk, can handle himself in and out of the ring. Who cares? Kurt Angle was 6'1".
Yeah.
Kurt Angle used to go against the Big Show.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, didn't matter. He went against the Undertaker. Like, just didn't matter. He's an animal, and an animal for an animal's sake. It's kind of like watching Hulk versus Wolverine. You think Wolverine's going to get his shit punched in, but then you realize it's Wolverine.
Yeah.
So that's my thoughts. Don't mind me on my rants today.
All good.
And here we have Io.
Okay, so our Queen of the Ring semifinal here, Io Sky and Raquel Rodriguez. The winner to go to the Queen of the Ring finals.
And who do you guys got taking this one?
I'm going Raquel.
I'm going to say, based on Shenanigans' idea, that it's probably going to be Raquel. But, I mean, with how high they are on Io in a post-Asuka world, it's a really tough call, but I would have to say Raquel.
Carl.
I say no to Io.
So we're all
He does not like this.
Yeah.
We're all paddling in the same boat then, because I too am going with Raquel, as much as I am a fan of Io Sky.
Right.
And I hate to disagree with you again, Logan. I don't think we're in a post-Asuka world, because I think Asuka is coming back.
She will, for sure. I mean post in the sense of like their last initial encounter, because like that from Stardom to here is just a story that's been told, and it's nice to see that they can continue it in multiple different companies and still keep it fresh.
Yeah,
because the match is always interesting.
Yeah. No, I don't need Io winning this, because I don't need Io versus Liv at SummerSlam again. I don't need Io to cross over to SmackDown and challenge Rhea. Maybe let Io go challenge for the Intercontinental Championship.
I
Raquel
would be
is
very
actually
happy if it's Raquel.
Yeah, I was going to say Raquel is actually my pick to take the entire tournament.
Okay. And noticeable by their absence, Raquel is coming out here alone. No Liv Morgan, no Judgment Day.
That doesn't mean that they're not going to be lurking around somewhere at some point.
No,
but
not
at the
all.
same time, throughout these tournaments, and I say these tournaments, we have not seen one iota of interference in these matches. Maybe we've seen attempts at interference, i.e. BFAB and Meechin and all that, but never like getting physically involved to attack the other wrestler.
Yeah.
Goodness, that was super quick. Wow.
Yes, it was. And it was Io jumping the bell tonight.
I was gonna say, I don't think I heard the first ding of the bell before Io was throwing punches.
No, she hit that drop kick and using the heel tactic to her advantage in this situation.
I don't really think of it as a heel tactic. I think of it more as a tactic to take down the giant.
Well, but how often do we see the babyface jump the bell on the smaller guy unless it's an absolute blood feud?
Yeah, it's not often for sure, but I mean that just kind of adds to everything though, I think, right? Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is, the queen of the ring tournament where, like you have to do these things if you are going to survive and win.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, and the $1 Million Man once quoted this perfectly: take every advantage of every advantage given to you.
Big Mommy Cool taking a little too long to pander to the crowd on top of the announce desk instead of staying on her opponent there.
Oh, I thought we were going through the table already.
That's where I thought we were headed too, but
which just means that I'm sure we're going to get it later on in this matchup, but
oh, this is one of my favorite
there
things from
you
Raquel.
go.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yes.
and that sheer power of Raquel Rodriguez there.
However, I do like the way she's allowing some color as well.
Yeah.
Usually she's all in black because the Judgment Day's gimmick is all that, right?
Yeah.
It's interesting to see that. I wonder if we're going to see a little bit of color in the Judgment Day. Is this going to be Judgment Day 3.0 where you have a little bit more color rather than, all black all the time? Ooh, big catch. Lawn dart. Bing.
Yeah.
Well, and we've got to wonder if this is, going to maybe add to the tensions that are forming within the Judgment Day, and that's why she's going back.
I think
wearing
genuinely
a little bit of color.
Mm-hmm. I think you like earlier. I still had my headset on when I was away from the camera there, but I genuinely think you guys are right. If anyone's going to win this tournament, it's probably going to be Raquel, because what are they going to lead to at SummerSlam? Liv versus Raquel. Raquel finally coming out on her own and doing that big singles thing, and becoming that star that we want her to be.
Well, and that's where I was going, but I think the big play in all of this is Roxanne. Does Liv then maybe push for her to keep the peace in the Judgment Day as the special guest referee? Or is that where Roxanne proves her loyalty to the Judgment Day and Liv by turning on Raquel?
And that's the nice thing about that whole concept is that it can go either way, and I don't think any fans would be mad about it.
No.
This is one of those, like, you win on both ends. Man, she must have really gotten smacked in the nose. That nose will not stop bleeding.
Yeah. Either that or some of the pastel colors that Io is wearing rubbed off.
Yeah.
When she got lawn darted into that post.
True. And it's funny, Carl, you mentioned at the top of the stream when we started that, it's nice to finally be back on live television, then we're getting reminded that Raw next week is going to be in London, UK, and so is SmackDown. So set your DVRs and get on it, folks. I guess we don't set DVRs anymore, but you know what I mean.
Well, those like low elbow drops, I absolutely love those.
Yeah.
And the way Raquel delivers them, I love them because she does them low and she does them fast, and that's I can't remember which wrestler I can't remember which wrestler did it, but
like I'm seeing it in my head. I'm seeing them like drop and spin. Like
Ziggler.
Like
yes,
Ziggler used to do that.
And I would love to see her do because he would build up 4 or 5 and then do that big one. And I would love to see Raquel implement that.
Of course, this, got to have the EO comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah, she keeps going to those fists to the ribs, and they're not really doing anything to Raquel.
No.
Not to detract from what we're watching because it's a fantastic match. Has anyone else seen the sign in the background that has a Pink Panther and Howard Finkel equals Shockmaster?
I did not.
I didn't see that who it equaled, but I saw it back there. Yes.
Yeah, I only see it says equals Shockmaster. So I don't know what math this is. I'm trying to figure out what math this is in my head, and it's not working in any way I try to figure it out.
Have you tried Steiner math?
True. I wasn't even thinking about Steiner math, I guess.
No. Okay, good. We haven't broken that announce desk yet, so we're not close to the end of the match, I figure.
However, this guy next to green shirt guy is also bedazzled. He's got a lot of sparklies on. It's taking some of the camera lens.
I think that this is one of those matches that has to be won with the finisher. I'm tired of the matches on Raw getting won with the roll-up.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I understand that.
But what if the roll-up is your finisher?
Then you need a better finisher.
I mean, I guess she's got the crowd some of the crowd doing that point to herself thing. But it also kind of comes across as a bit egotistical when you do that.
A little bit.
No worse than this.
I guess to be fair, no.
Yeah, but RVD was known to be egotistical. He was a heel in ECW when he was doing that, and he became a massively egotistical, and the fans caught on to that.
Yeah.
At the same time.
It also reminds me of like his days in TNA. Like when it was like when he would do like the Rob Van Dam and then
let's go. Come on.
Whole,
yeah.
So.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Get that table spot in. Oh,
the setup for all of this was just way too long.
Right?
No way that Raquel would have just been sitting there looking, going, are you ready?
Right.
I'm ready, kids? Here. And that's one of my problems with EO.
Yeah,
everything's got to be just a blatant, huge show of everything. No, get to the damn wrestling. Get on your opponent.
Understand the urgency of the situation you're in.
Yeah, but it was the same thing with Asuka's entrance, and that's one of the big things that really took away from her for me.
And we're seeing it again when she gets on top of the see, she gets on top of the barricade and then she messes up.
Right? And that's why Raquel has the advantage now.
And I was going to say, and is that going to be our table spot where instead of breaking it, you're just going to get that face first trip?
I'm okay with that.
That's still kind of a table spot.
Ooh. That's a
I
hard
felt-
land.
I felt that in my tailbone.
Okay, but I got to ask, you had her in at the one corner. Why drag her to the other side?
Camera angles.
Play to that hard cam.
Oh my goodness, that looked terrible.
That's it. Yeah, that's rough.
I don't know. Yeah.
That did nothing.
That is rough.
What the?
Carl needs
Really?
Carl needs a
Well-
minute. Valid. Carl needs a minute. Even that kind of annoyed me.
Well, Io Sky takes the win.
Garbage. Absolute freaking garbage.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to say this. I'm not allowed to predict next year's Queen of the Ring.
Okay, so the match wasn't garbage. This ending was garbage.
Yes.
That trying to do a sunset flip power bomb clearly did not work. And then, oh crap, let me go for the moonsault. Okay.
Right. So
Right? Like, oh. Garbage ending.
So now that Io Sky is through to the finals, we have Liv Morgan and Charlotte Flair on Friday night, the winner to advance for the Queen of the Ring. Is this a chance for Liv Morgan to, truly, she's already cemented herself being a Money in the Bank, a Royal Rumble, Crown Jewel winner, multiple time World Heavyweight Champion.
Mhm.
Her winning and going to the Queen of the Ring final, would it make more sense for her to put the title on the line in that final as well? Or do you go back-to-back PLEs with the same match of Liv Morgan and potentially Io Sky? Or do you give Liv Morgan SummerSlam off as the champion by having her win the Queen of the Ring?
I like how you're just counting out Charlotte.
I think what's crazy is that they've literally had nothing for Liv since WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Like seriously, what are we doing here?
I love Liv Morgan, always have.
Yep.
But she has not defended that championship since.
No.
No, she hasn't.
Right?
She
So
hasn't.
if you do have it where, oh, you are in this final, okay, so it's you and Io for the championship, right? Make it that, and then the next PLE for the championship again. Whether it's, because then if Io wins it, well, who does she challenge? Oh, well, right? Like, oh, well, let's give a rematch to Liv.
Yeah.
That type of thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'd be okay with that if Liv, either keeps or regains the championship.
Yeah.
I like her as my women's champion.
Well, and I think what's crazy is that, again, she's been one of the most popular female superstars, probably I'd say second or third on the Rhea Ripley hierarchy in the last 3 or 4 years. And we're even seeing a resurgence of Charlotte Flair. Charlotte's getting cheers walking into a building. Like, what universe are we living in? So we're seeing these women get good pops in good matches. So why shouldn't the story match? So it's like, I don't know. It's weird to see somebody who had won the Royal Rumble, won the Crown Jewel Championship the year before, like the year that Liv Morgan had last year, to lead to this as champion is not right. Oh,
I think Liv Morgan is looking to curse Charlotte.
I hope you paid for that. Love it.
what? My guy's getting hit on so hard, and he just does not care.
No, because he's more focused on his experiment.
Oh.
She, I think she was looking to curse Charlotte, but obviously didn't get it.
She was, because his demand housings were a little bit more than she wanted to pay.
I love that they, have taken Danhausen, right? Our truth isn't really there too much anymore, right? So now we've got that comedy person once again. I think that that's absolutely fantastic. And, speaking of paying for that, I hope that each and every one of you can go take a look at this and maybe pay for this.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at turnbucklestudios.org.
And ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Turnbucklestudios.org is your home for the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, and we encourage you to hit our shop, support your favorite shows and your favorite podcasters, wear what we wear. All of the proceeds come back into our studios to bring you a better experience. The shop is powered by redbubble.com, so it is 100% safe and secure. And after you make a purchase, take a photo of it, tag us on the socials. We will give you a shout out live on air during one of our many weekly programs. All of that and more, turnbucklestudios.org.
Charlotte Flair sounding a little fired up right now, but she's there with Alexa Bliss, so that makes me happy.
Oh,
We could all we could all use a little bliss in our lives.
For sure. What's even crazier is that right now the wife's watching Raw on the TV and I'm watching it on my computer on the same account, two different screens. I'm seeing Charlotte's interview over here, and she's seeing an ad over here.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I'm seeing the ad.
Like,
You're
I don't
seeing
want to
the
show
ad,
it, obviously,
okay.
but like, you all know. Like, what is this? We're in the same house.
Yeah,
Like 4 feet screen difference apart. Like, what is this?
that's wild.
I was nuts.
Way to go, Netflix.
Yep, Netflix not listening to how our pay structures work, or our tiers work. I mean,
Right?
I miss having Alexa Bliss on Monday Night Raw on a weekly basis.
I miss the goddess.
Yes, I have been pleading now for the last 2 weeks. Can we get the goddess? Can we get 5 Feet of Fury back?
Well, Charlotte did during this interview say 5 Feet of Fury. So
Okay.
who knows?
very nice, very evil. Danhausen documentary now.
Okay.
I love how well this whole thing worked out. I'm not a
Right.
Knicks fan. I can't stand most New York based teams, if I'm being honest, just because it is New York. You know what I mean? It's the big city, it's the way it is. But I'm not a fan of the Knicks, but I'm a fan of this run. And
Yeah.
one of the biggest reasons is because this whole Danhausen thing, with how it's evolved into like a real actual curse that anyone can believe in, because there's legit evidence to suggest that this is real.
Right.
Because even I have a hard time disbelieving that there was actually no curse now. Because I'm like, wait a second, like he did uncurse the Knicks and they won 13 in a row.
And he did the same thing to the Hurricanes, who won the Stanley Cup last night.
Yes.
Yep. And like, can't stand Carolina just as we don't like Carolina. But I would have much rather Vegas, not because of Marner or Carter Hart. Don't really care about those guys. Just I think Vegas would have been much better than, Svechnikov and all those guys in Carolina. But I think that's crazy that, again, all it was just him saying, you are cursed. That's it.
Yeah.
You're done. And Vegas is done. That's it.
Yeah. And Danhausen has said he is ready for his house on Sesame Street as a result of this.
I'm telling you right now, they're going to put him in an episode of Sesame Street, and it's going to be absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't watched Sesame Street since I was a kid, but I'm going to watch that episode because I want to know what the heck is going to happen. If he curses Elmo and Elmo all of a sudden goes on an absolute rampage, or like, even better,
Super Grover.
Super Grover, yeah. Or even Cookie Monster.
Right.
Cookie Monster takes a cookie from Danhausen and he curses him, and then he all of a sudden goes ballistic over everything. Like,
what if Danhausen shows up on Sesame Street, uncurses Oscar the Grouch? Maybe that's what's been going on with Oscar, is that he's been cursed.
No, imagine.
And he uncurses him.
Yo, story of the year,
right?
Carl is Booker of the Year.
And then we get Oscar the Grouch like winning millions of dollars and buying a mansion or something.
Getting a mansion, getting a yacht, living the good life rather than living in a trash can. He's like, what is this? And he calls his yacht the trash can, just for fun. I would totally buy into that. Totally.
Yes.
Oh, right now we got a promo with Seth Rollins, and he's got his eye still set on Braun Breaker.
Which, I mean, at this point still kind of sucks a little bit because now we're stuck in the Vision verse. It's almost like the MFT and Wyatt 6, vortex that they got stuck in for 6-8 months. Now we're sitting here kind of talking the same subject. And I mean, I get it. We're still waiting for some injury recoveries. But I mean, Logan Paul's going to be 4 months from a tricep injury like this. Like, yeah, he's going to be 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
As like all these peptides and all the new ways that athletes are recovering from injuries and stuff like that, man, you still need to take that time because your body needs that time.
Yeah, but we didn't really get the full brunt of this whole feud with Braun Breaker because when Seth got injured, he was out for a number of months. When Seth came back, Braun got injured.
Yeah. I mean, steel cage at Night of Champions.
Okay.
Interesting concept. I mean, we know that it's really going to end at SummerSlam because this is your SummerSlam match. That should be the way that it is.
Okay, what the
hell was that?
That was Lyra.
Lyra just
something with Lyra there.
I'm guessing she said, I can't wait to go and tell Bailey. I'm guessing they got a World Tag Team title match.
I meant the like hand slap and the fist bump and the chest bump and the like. Okay.
That was Lyra being a bit excitable, and I'm okay with that, I guess.
Yeah, talking about the ones and the twos. Good.
This is the LA Knight we've needed. The ultimate opportunist in LA Knight is starting to come out.
Now, here's speaking of ultimate opportunists. Is it finally time that they pull the trigger on a Money in the Bank, Mr. Money in the Bank, Mr. LA Knight? Like, is this the year? Genuinely. I can't see another person that makes perfect sense because Femi does not need a Money in the Bank briefcase to go get a championship. Neither does Braun Breaker. Javon Evans might be another call, but I think he's still very young. Let's let him develop a little bit more first, and let's give LA Knight finally the thing he needs that makes the most sense. Like to him, like he had the $1 million championship for so long in NXT. Why would it not make sense for him to be Mr. Money in the Bank at some point?
Oh, I mean, it's been so long since he's even had a singles title on the main roster,
Yeah.
which I believe was
2
the
years.
U.S. Championship.
Yeah.
So yeah, it might be that time. But I've got to wonder, would it maybe be just as serving enough for a guy like Dom to win it?
Sure. But I think with what Dom's doing in AAA, I think they should let that. I think that's where Dom should end the year, because I think we're talking in December. I think we're talking the retirement of Rey Mysterio. By December, I think that's what we're aiming for. So we're going to have Triple Mania where Dom is going to go challenge his dad for the AAA title, hair versus mask versus title. And it's going to be a massive, beautiful story, just like the El Grande matches.
Yeah.
El Grande match, sorry.
Yeah, and that's where I
So-
think we're going at Triple Mania as well.
So 100%. So, I mean, I think he should focus on AAA and keep him away from any title pictures, keep him away from anything prominent. And I don't mean that because he's not deserving of a lot of time on the main roster. It's just he has a lot more to offer to the AAA crowd right now because they are hot.
Yeah.
Every time he goes out there, they're hot. I mean, every time he comes out in the main roster, they're hot. But like that extra adage of it being in Mexico or in Monterrey, sorry, I know it's in Mexico, but in a different city, Mexico City or Monterrey, wherever. But it adds that extra oomph to that heat for him.
Just Chad Gable on our screens right now saying that he learned a lot and he's got some he's got a bit of apologizing to go and do.
Like I said, he's on an apology world tour right now.
But that was interesting there. The look he gave Maxine, who is there talking with Austin Theory again.
Yep.
They gotta fix my boy's entrance theme here. What the heck is this? AI slop number 3. He's American and he wrestles like what?
But
Yeah.
notice he didn't come out doing the thank you.
He did. Right after he tagged fans' hands.
Oh, I didn't see that part.
Yeah, me neither.
You see, yeah, he's kind of getting that generic wrestler kind of entrance right now. Just kind of thumbs up the crowd and get hyped and all that. Like, was he a local development talent? What's going on? Or local enhancement talent? What's going on here? Is this not the guy who's been wrestling underneath the El Grande mask for the last 2.5 years?
Right? But you know what? I love it. He's throwing up the Miami Dolphins, the fin above his head in Baltimore. Beautiful.
Yep. Keep that little rivalry going in the East, you know? I thought he was doing the skull clap from Carolina.
Yeah, I was
That's what
going to
thinking at
say,
first. I'm like, he's slapping
he's,
his sides as he does it. So I was like, is that not the skull clap too?
that's
but,
the
I mean,
storm
that's
is
also-
coming clap.
Right? Kind of reminds me of Eric Bischoff's theme song.
I understand what is going on here and what is happening with Chad Gable right now. We have not had Chad Gable in a while.
Mhm.
And it's not that people will forget who Chad Gable is, but we need to relearn who Chad Gable is after being El Grande Americano, right? So, okay, now is the opportunity to go and try these different things like the skull clap, like the, onto the legs and then above the head, right? And is this something that the crowd is going to get behind? And if it does, great, we can continue with that. And I think we're going to see maybe a little bit of a different progression going through until we get a full Chad Gable back once again.
Yeah, I think this is definitely Chad Gable, like testing himself out, testing out different things. This is things that we as wrestlers used to do in the ring when we wanted to try and freshen up our character. We'd go out and try a new taunt, and if it didn't float over well, then we maybe tweak it or just completely eliminate it from our repertoire, you know?
Speak for yourself. Everybody loved me. I didn't need to change it. No, I shouldn't say that. I went through one change from Rage to the extreme Canadian Carl Carafel.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a fan of Rusev too. Rusev making his way out to the ring right now. For those that were in a commercial break, you should be coming back in about 2 seconds here.
Nope, to another commercial.
Well, yeah, to a promo for Saturday night's Sunday night's main event.
Oh yeah, they just yeah.
Sunday, September 6th. And that vehicle outside OMD's door, they're hurrying to buy tickets to this event.
They are.
But where would they be going? You just do it online.
Maybe they're heading to the library to use the internet there or something.
Maybe they're going to buy tickets to the show you guys are going to talk about tomorrow. That's happening Wednesday.
Ooh, maybe. Maybe.
Because some part of me, I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt, but you know, we'll get it. This is the guy in the front row with the pink and like it's like a Barbie and Ken jacket.
Yeah.
Guy's bedazzled to the gills. I love it.
Now, both these men are well versed in the collegiate style of wrestling, so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe that this is their first one-on-one encounter.
I don't know. That's actually a good question because and usually they would mention it if this is like the first meeting between these two guys. So I guess like there must be something that they had done, but then I kind of think about it, like he would have been in NXT when Rusev would have been on the main roster. He would have been just coming up with American Alpha and Jason Jordan when Rusev Day was in full swing. But I don't know if they ever got a chance to kind of go at each other. But that is an interesting thought.
Where's Bobby Stats when we need him?
We love Bobby.
We do love Bobby. He actually messaged me the other night. He is on vacation in North Kakalaki.
Hey, enjoy yourself. I don't know where that is, but enjoy it.
It's North Carolina.
Oh, I to be honest, I thought you said North Kakalaki. I was like, that sounded like an actual lake to me.
No, I did say North Kakalaki.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I was like, I thought that was like a legit lake. But no, North Carolina. I mean, hey, look where he's going. Stanley Cup champs. Wait,
Right.
no, are they in Raleigh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're in Raleigh. Yeah,
But anyway,
that was where they were.
As well, you know, the home of the Hardys, Shelton Benjamin, Shannon Moore.
Charlotte Flair and Ric Flair. It's Flair country. Oh, was that South Carolina? No, North.
That's North Carolina.
But to pull it back to this match, I actually just noticed that Ethan Page is out there with Rusev too.
Yeah, they advertised that he was coming out and he made the entrance with Rusev. So I have to wonder if they are looking to potentially add Ethan Page and Rusev to beef up the tag team division.
Oh, I think this is all just a ploy for Ethan Page to get close to the U.S. title, and he's using Rusev as a muscle to get to it.
Okay.
I mean, and the thing that's kind of crazy is like that's Ethan Page's MO, right? It's been like that since he was in NXT. If he's going to buddy up with somebody, it's clearly for his own benefit. So Rusev not seeing this kind of early is like, ooh, we know where this is going. Do you?
But I also think Rusev is in it for his own benefit too.
Oh yeah.
So they're using, I think they're using each other to get to that U.S. title.
Yeah. Ouch.
The theme of the night is table spots.
Right. And what a fall away slam there from Rusev.
I thought he was going to miss the table at first, which he kind of almost did.
Yeah.
The top of his shoulders and half of his back was the only thing that landed. No part of his lower back at all.
Yeah. And for those that are unfortunately in commercial break right now, let's maybe make this one a little bit better for you and let you know what we have during the week.
Yes.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday night, we are on call as the Raw Patrol is on duty at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday, we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursdays, let us power your dreams with the Xbox Showcase at 9 p.m. Friday, we invite you to come for a ride with the SmackDown Security Detail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday, be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. And later in the day, the Locker Room presents Wrestling Recap Delivers at 7 p.m. Always be aware that weekend shows can vary in times, as the PLE Patrol and other watch party streams are always a must-see. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day and watch all of the latest episodes on turnbucklestudios.org/shows. And please do not forget to drop a like, follow, and to subscribe to all of our channels, and when the time is right, all you have to do is tap in.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. TurnbuckleStudios.org is your home for the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, and there is something for you each and every night of the week. And we want you to meet the team behind those shows. Mr. Best, Logan Thompson, Chris Parrish, Carl Carafel, myself, and Bubba Duke. Click on our individual links to get our socials and watch our latest weekly live episodic shows. All of that and more at turnbucklestudios.org. As we welcome into the show, Chris Parrish. How we doing, brother?
I'm here. How are you guys?
I'm doing all right.
We live. We live. We all living. Little sunburnt, but we're all living. My neck feels like it's on fire.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I got to see if I can get an actual sun hat or something like that for this, because like I have like headphones and I've got my glasses and stuff on top, but it's just like right at the back of the neck.
You got
Ethan
that
Page,
vision?
speak about on
Right,
fire.
right.
Ethan Page dropping fire there.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Just whack.
that just teed off on Chad's face with that punch.
I'm glad you guys were able to see that. Cool camera shot. I like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I will forever say I'm a fan of these types of shots now.
I like the way they zoom back into the match.
Yes, me too. And I'm sure it's probably just a drone, but the camera quality on that is impeccable.
Oh, yeah.
They spent a pretty penny on those on the drones that they're using. That's for sure.
Oh, Chad with the Germans
Man,
holding on, going for that third.
smart move by Rusev there, grabbing hold of that rope.
Ouch. Ouch. Like a straight right shot, that last one. Whack.
So I just looked it up, and this is the first time
It is.
that Chad Gable and Rusev have faced off.
And again, it's almost funny. Like they could have crossed paths in that 2018 era of WWE, but like just wild that they never did.
Yeah.
I could get behind more of these matches.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Accolade.
Nope.
Nope. Get out. No Machka. Down. What a sequence.
Right?
I've never seen a Moshka kick out, like get intercepted by the side and then all of a sudden get like turned into an ankle lock like that. That's nice.
Oh, that's a smart move. Pulling him away from Ethan Page there. And still keeping his eye on Ethan Page.
Oh, and Moshka kick.
Yeah. I think
Gable with the kick out.
I think Chad Gable may want to count for some missing teeth there off that kick.
Bing. That's why if anyone had a soundboard, this would be the time to play the Taco Bell noise. Dong.
Right? Oh, he's gonna try again. He's got that accolade hooked in.
Like, can you imagine? I mean, I guess you guys can all imagine pretty much because every single person I'm talking to, I feel like has been in the ring at one point or other. Just sitting in that kind of a low squat like that on someone's spine, like that, just not comfortable at all for anybody. And nuts.
Well, I mean, if you're the ones doing the squatting, and
should be all right.
Fine.
As long as you're not the guy getting your back bent. The other way.
Yeah.
Well, if you're looking for an extreme chiropractic treatment, then maybe.
No kidding, eh? Rusev's chiropractic. Will crush you.
Wow.
Oh, angle
that
slam.
was beautiful.
Yeah, the angle
modified. He hooked his arm under rather than over. That was different. But it allowed him to get underneath him a little bit better.
Huh. I don't think that was intentional. I think that just happened.
No, I don't know if that was or not, but yeah, definitely. Oh,
that seemed like a quick tap out.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. Like, I think Rusev could have fought a little bit more in that one. I kind of expected Chad to hit that ankle lock, but to wrap the legs.
Yeah. Almost like a knee bar style and just kind of drop on the ground.
Yep. And here come Ray and Dragon Lee.
Well, I guess he's got the respect of the luchadors.
And I mean, at this point, if you have the respect of the king of the luchadors, in theory, you should have the respect of every other luchador in the building, or in the industry, not in the building.
He's got Dom's respect.
Yeah, I was going to say, when did Dom give him the respect?
No.
Hey, it was Dom who helped Chad Gable become El Grande Americano.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I guess you didn't really need to give him anything on that one, but I can see your point where he's the king of the luchadors. I mean, the true I can't roll my R's. ROI. French version.
Chad Gable looking on with concern. Ray offering that hand.
Mm-hmm. Oh. And Dragon Lee offering the same.
There we go. Up he goes.
And that's the acknowledgement that Chad was looking for.
Yep.
Chad couldn't get it last week because Ray was taken out, and Chad gave it to Ray by handing back the mask that Ray had torn off him.
Yes.
Inside lingo, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, what? It's crazy wording.
Oh, let's see how well this plays out.
Yeah.
Main event is the evening, Jimmy versus LA.
Potentially, but yeah, Roman's saying, no, I called an audible on that. And yeah, Jimmy's saying, no, let me go talk to him instead. But he said, talk to him, not go and fight him.
Right.
Jimmy still seems to be kind of that bridge builder between the bloodline and the rest of the locker room, as opposed to standing up for the bloodline and doing what Roman tells him.
And we apologize to those watching. There are just some technical difficulties that have been happening a little bit lately, and we work through them as best as we can. So we hope that that doesn't affect you and your viewing pleasures.
Yeah, my computer decided to reboot on myself.
Yeah.
Gotta love when that happens.
There is a commercial break, but for some of us, Danhausen is on the screen.
Yeah, I've got now both my screens are ads.
Yeah.
Love the tease, Carl, because I could always use more Danhausen.
Yeah, right? Like, oh. Will Ferrell playing golf is probably going to be funny.
I'm okay not saying Will Ferrell ever again.
No, not today.
He's had his time in the sun. Yeah. He had 20 years of doing the same thing over and over and over again. If I wanted that. Oh, no, wait. I do have the bloodline on my screen still in 2026. Never mind.
As much as I would like to take part in that.
Right?
Like, I don't know, like, where's the pay-per-view this year, boys? Like, Canada get no love? You know, we got the Rock, we got the John Cena heel turn last year. What the heck are we getting this year? Nothing so far.
Right? Danhausen pulling out the t-shirt cannon that's apparently cursed.
Yeah, it's only got like one t-shirt in it.
Yeah.
I think that's becoming a running gag now, because ever since the first time he did it, he's had trouble with it.
Yeah.
Well, I think the best part of that is that, like, it's WWE essentially saying, like, obviously we're the machine that makes all the t-shirts, so we want you to go buy the t-shirt rather than give it away. So, but then Danhausen adding that little bit of, oh, you guys have to go pay for my t-shirt, give me human monies. But like, he is the representative, I guess, in this transaction.
Yeah.
So it just like, it adds that extra layer of hilarity to me.
Yeah. I agree.
And in some instances, though, we've seen where Danhausen has taken the shirts and just threw them out to the fans.
Yeah.
Or he just sucks at shooting said cannon.
Maybe
he's not so good with the cannons. He's good with curses, but not cannons.
That's right.
Maybe the cannon goes, hey, Danhausen, you are cursed.
Maybe that's why he needs to reanimate whatever he has under that blanket.
Yeah, it's just a new gun. That's what it is. It's just a new gun, so he could actually shoot it.
Oh, wow. Very interesting.
I read that all wrong. Let's just say I did not see the word car in front of the word jacked.
Wait, so, you were reading the story earlier. This is the first I'm hearing of it.
Yeah.
So he stopped 4 people from stealing his car. That's crazy.
Well, there was several different ones there, because there was one saying fought off 4 armed robbers, another one stopped a carjacking. So,
huh?
You want to talk about punching power,
right?
There we go with a Braun Breaker.
The dogs
in the
are
back.
let loose.
Oof. Okay. Is some truth being spat out right here.
Yeah.
It's quite ironic that exactly what Seth Rollins said was wrong about CM Punk. There's now other people saying the same thing about Seth Rollins.
Yeah. Wild, eh?
I
Interesting
mean,
to see how the dynamic has changed.
And the steel cage match is official.
Apparently on the first hour on ESPN.
Right?
no, they just say that the first hour of Night of Champions is on ESPN.
Yeah.
I know it's a running thing now because everything shows first hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the matches are going to take place in the first hour on ESPN. Nothing else is going to happen, but the show is going on until 11:30.
Yep, I'm just waiting for that to be on the ring, and that's your ad. Just first hour on ESPN.
Right. And here we go. LA Knight's making his way to the ring. Where he said he's going to do things his way. Let's see what his way is. Such a huge star that just feels like another Sami Zayn.
Yep.
And I don't want it to.
Yeah, I need LA Knight to break through that glass ceiling. I'm ready for it.
I mean, LA Knight has been a champion everywhere else he has been. And yet they can't, or they're not willing to pull the trigger on him here.
To be fair, though, LA Knight, every time he's gotten to that opportunity, he's slipped in some way, shape, or form. There's always been an error that he has caused that has made everybody probably backstage doubt if he can consistently do it. And personally, I think that's actually a very sympathetic thing for LA Knight. But I agree, like, this is why I just give him the Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
But also, I thought they've done this King and Queen of the Ring tournament all wrong.
No.
Yep. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think he really
Kick up the
wanted
intensity.
What kind of food's in Baltimore? Is he there for some food? There a good pizza joint? Maybe some tacos?
Yeah, it's just his home state.
You seem pretty determined to go to Baltimore, though. Like, got to be something. He's so over.
Yep. Dang.
Oh my.
Must be getting investments from Logan Paul again.
Oh, wow. He's just so good on that mic too. And like, even so he kind of got hung up a little bit there, right? Like I didn't have a famous fan or father. I didn't have a tribal, like there was that break and pause there, but it just like it felt so natural that okay, cool. Like, you're heated, man. Collect your thoughts. Like, when other people are heated, they're doing the same thing. They're just like, and they take that breath, and then they continue to get out with it. That's exactly what that felt like.
Well, you also wonder if he's just pausing for the audience, because lately, like, the audience reacts to things that you don't know if they will. And then the things that you think they'll react to, they just don't. Jimmy trying to tell him it's different. Really night. You can't trust the it's different though.
And drop back to factory settings. Good. Yeah, what a good line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jay coming out now.
And this is why I think I might just not care if Jey Uso wins King of the Ring.
Well, I'm going to suggest this. Let's say, hypothetically, Jay does win King of the Ring. This is building. Could we see Jay put that number one contender spot on the line at Saturday night's main event?
Why would he?
And if that's the case and LA Knight wins, why not just put LA Knight in the King of the Ring and give him the win?
But like, what does Jay get out of it if he wins? If he's putting out a number one contender, what does he get if he wins?
Well, then he's going to keep his title match. If LA Knight wins, then he's probably going to go to a triple threat.
Well, then it doesn't make sense for Jey Uso to get into that match. Then, if he has nothing to gain out of the equation, then that's just a terrible business acquisition.
Well, I mean, it's also something that we've seen countless times before.
Yeah, and I've criticized it then too.
So you guys noticed earlier that maybe a little bit of a heel type of Roman Reigns situation, we just saw it again here, where there was no running it back as the crowd was cheering and wanting that. It was just heel straight to business. Very cool. I like that.
Yeah, I think because we did see Jay do the whole yeeting and running it back on Friday. So I'm wondering if he's just going to do it for the matches, but for the promos, it's going to be serious stuff.
Well, he didn't do it on Friday. LA Knight tried to do it on Friday, and then Jay beat him up or got on him.
Wow.
Oh,
Interesting.
the look of focus on LA Knight's face as he's staring daggers through Jey Uso.
Okay. Okay, switch the
Flip them
finger
off.
out.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And Jimmy playing the moderator here. Not a successful one, but
Big Jim with the big kick.
Jimmy's still trying to calm Jay down, saying, put the chair away, use your head. Oh,
yeah, now LA Knight's got the chair as an equalizer.
yes, he does, but Jay had shoved Jimmy out of the way.
Well, and the Usos equalizer's out there, and Jacob Fatu now.
Back to that Tongan death grip on LA.
And this is where Jacob really shows that what he's capable of for the tribal chief. Is that Jimmy and Jay got taken out by one guy with a chair.
Mm-hmm.
This guy just show up out of nowhere and just like, hey.
You see, if Jay had just kept his mouth shut and stayed where he needed to be and just let Jimmy take care of that, things would have been very, very differently. Wouldn't have made for good TV, but it would have gone very, very differently. This is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm hearing and listening to right now.
Yep. You're 100% right on that one, Carl.
I think that Jimmy could have got through to LA Knight and been like, dude, they have nothing to do with us. You want to go after that? Go after that. Here's the blessing. Oos on you. Go ahead.
Yep.
Well, Roman Reigns has stated this multiple times that they're trying to do the right thing, but when people push their buttons, they got to do their business, which I get. But Logan, you said this is where Jacob Fatu shines. This is also what I don't like to see from Jimmy, because you start pushing Jay, then all of a sudden Jacob does Jacob stuff. Jimmy looks like the wussy in the scenario.
Yeah.
He doesn't stand up. He doesn't take care of the business. He told Roman Reigns he was going to get things done. He was going to handle LA Knight. Jay interrupts him. Then Jacob finishes it off. So all you did was create issues, in my eyes, with the pecking order here.
Yeah. Well, and I've said it, like, I think Jimmy is sort of trying to be that bridge between the bloodline and the rest of the locker room, as opposed to really embracing the bloodline again.
Well, he's failing.
But see, again, I don't put this on Jimmy. I put this situation on Jay, who couldn't keep his mouth shut. And Jay tends to go more thinking with his heart than with his head.
Yeah.
But Jay needs to learn to keep his mouth shut.
I mean, and that's how we got the right-hand man, Jey Uso, to begin with, right? He was a hothead. It's the way he's always been. The unhinged version of himself, more or less, is what we're going to get.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for Jimmy to be the cooler of two heads, that provides that extra, I guess, sober second thought for most bloodline decisions. And that's also, to me, another compelling part of the story is that you can also tell the story of Jimmy's rise within the bloodline because he's able to handle things diplomatically rather than having to, beat everybody up all the time, which might be helpful to Roman on some days because then he doesn't have to work as much.
Would it be maybe a little better to then maybe make Jimmy the new wise man?
I was going to say,
because then he looks completely useless in that point.
As long as he's not like the wise man where he's only on the outside, where he's just like, okay, like what you're saying is making sense. Like he's more like a consultant to the tribal chief.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say like wise man levels, but I understand where you're going with it for sure.
Well, and I was going to say too that Jay was a hothead in the original iteration of the Bloodline, but Roman managed to wrangle him in on quite a number of occasions.
Yeah,
this version of Jay, I don't know if Roman can wrangle this version of Jay in.
Yeah,
no, I don't think he does, and I think that's kind of the part. I think that's more or less the point. And I think the only reason why that is because if Jay doesn't win the World Heavyweight Championship against Gunther at WrestleMania 2 years ago, then we're still talking the right-hand man, main event, Jey Uso never actually being part of the main event.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But since we did get that moment for him, there's actually some kind of belief. This is brighter than sin. It's some kind of relief in that way that there is a story that can be paid off in so many different angles. And that's the beauty of what wrestling is, that we can at least try to play out different angles in our heads and have these conversations out loud. And then we'll see what the actual result is. But it'll be really interesting to see how they continue with Roman's head of the table version with having to keep everybody else in line. Will he expand the bloodline more? Will he keep it the way it is? We'll have to see.
I just hate how this is always at the expense of why other people aren't getting an opportunity, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was my fear of when Roman won the title at WrestleMania. Because when Punk was champion, we were seeing Finn Balor get a title shot. We were getting people that we wanted to see come into the play.
Yeah.
And then Roman gets the title. We got see Jacob Fatu. But then he loses twice clean. Takes the momentum away. And then now it just seems like it's at the expense. Like this seems like it's at the expense of Jimmy's progression. This seems like it's at the expense of help getting LA Knight an opportunity to get to Roman. Because what are we doing? Oh, no. We're getting Jey Uso in a semifinal against Javon Evans. Like he's going to lose that match. And if he does, like we believe Javon Evans is going to win.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Like it would have been different if Jey Uso had to go up against Oba Femi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that is something I would like to see, because then you get the bloodline up against Oba Femi.
Yeah. What we are seeing right now.
That's probably what they're going to do in the final.
But what we are seeing right now is an NXT origin story on Alexa Bliss.
Which I always thought was kind of interesting because she was dating Buddy Murphy. Now she's hanging out with Rhea.
Yeah.
Crazy. And like I remember the whole cheerleader gimmick at NXT, and I was like, oh, she's like their valet manager kind of type. And then she started getting in the ring more, and I was like, oh, finally, some more substance to the character rather than just, I can do cartwheels in the ring and I'm dressed in a cheerleader outfit because that's what wrestling is.
Well, that's not what wrestling is. She was just green as hell back then, and she had to learn because the PC wasn't finished yet.
No, and it wasn't as progressive as they were trying to get it to be when she first showed up.
Now, can somebody tell me if there is a backstory to why we're getting Charlotte Flair tonight?
Queen of the Ring?
Not. She faces Liv Morgan
On
in the
SmackDown.
semifinal.
Oh yeah, okay.
Well, there was a conversation between Liv and Roxanne earlier. So I feel like we're getting Charlotte and Roxanne.
Yes, they
No, we
announced
are.
that and they had
No.
that. Yes.
That I know
But-
we are. But my question is just why is Charlotte on Raw?
Right.
'Cause-
Right.
because
And I think it's only because of the Queen of the Ring and everything
Mhm.
surrounding that right now. Just kind of making sure that the women get a little bit of showcase as well to be like, hey, we have these women that are going to be on this, and kind of putting it out there that this is one of the ones that could win this tournament type of thing.
Yeah.
It's building the story within the tournament.
Yeah. And
Is it
Charlotte
though?
back to having the
Could
big
they just not have
fancy-
like those like promos backstage that they have instead of like completely wiping away the realistic of the brand split?
right? But Charlotte back to wearing the robe as opposed to the bright colors and the traditional gear.
Well, I think the bright colors is because she's tagging with Alexa. This is like a singles thing.
Is this not for the Queen of the Ring stuff?
No.
No,
she's
gonna
she's
face
going up
Roxanne
against Liv
Perez.
Morgan.
Oh, it's just
On
the way that
Friday.
they had the graphic done earlier looked like it was for the semifinals, the other half of the semifinals for this side.
No,
very
they.
weird.
I think Liv Morgan and Charlotte are on SmackDown. Their
Yeah.
match. Like, don't get me wrong. I understand the rationale of this, but by doing so, this is where it would have been nice to have somebody on the social say, "Hey, Nick Aldis and I came to an agreement that what we're going to do is we're going to have ourselves an opportunity for a SmackDown versus Raw match on Raw." But they don't do that. So these kind of like when a SmackDown person comes over to Raw or Raw comes over to SmackDown and there's no attempt to let us know why, it devalues the reason why there's a brand split.
Yeah.
You have all these opportunities in your repertoire and they don't use it. It's like movement too. You can just use a banner to say, "Hey, breaking news, Finn Balor moved to SmackDown." But we find out when they do the bracket, when he has a blue thing and everyone's confused.
Yep.
Also, one example of why I don't like this year's King and Queen of the Ring, Charlotte is the only member of SmackDown that qualified to a semifinal match on both ends.
Yep.
I got to say, I did like the aggression that came out of Roxanne to start this match off.
Well, for sure. I mean, she said she was going to do it for Liv and make sure that Charlotte was not at 100% for their match in the semifinals.
Yeah.
And Duck.
Goose.
Ah,
Well, and you have to also think too, Roxanne should be pissed off that she lost her her quarterfinal match.
Yeah.
Like, you get a win over Charlotte Flair, that puts you in a position to go to your general manager and say, "Look, I beat one of the most decorated women's wrestlers of all time. I should be next in line for Sol Ruca."
That makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Sol Ruca did absolutely nothing to get a title shot. So if I did something by the raw logic right now, that should be a title shot.
Yep.
And what innovation there from Roxanne, from Roxy, removing that cover over that turnbuckle and using it to her advantage there. And I mean, Jessica Carr just kind of letting it slide a little bit. But yeah, like that was an interesting thing to do, and I don't think I've really seen that before out of the women, at least.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think I've seen that either myself.
It was smart. I enjoyed that. Are we all still in the match?
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I got two screens that are all ads. Netflix sucks.
Well, they are still fighting, and Roxanne is with the upper hand right now, or for now. Still continuing with that upper hand, side Russian leg sweep into a pin. Only a count of 2. Charlotte looking a little hurt right now, especially that arm and that hand.
Well, then Roxanne is successfully doing what she promised Liv Morgan she would do.
Yes.
Yeah. And we know that both Liv Morgan and Alexa Bliss are at ringside. So is that going to play a big factor in this match?
Ooh, probably at some point. Roxanne continuing the assault on that arm. Very much so wearing that down, which, I mean, you may need that to put somebody into the figure 8, right? You may need that arm.
Now, if I'm Roxanne, not only would I be attacking that arm, but as you mentioned, Carl, with her locking in that figure 8, you might want to take out a knee as well to prevent it from happening.
I mean, it'd be a good idea as well, but ooh. We're coming back in 5 seconds. You guys can get to witness and see
what's happening.
If Liv does get past Charlotte Flair on Friday to advance to the Queen of the Ring final, is that where we could see Stephanie Vicaire return to cost Liv the Queen of the Ring?
Yeah, maybe.
Is she injured right now? Because she's been gone for quite a while now.
She was injured.
Okay.
She was, yeah.
She was, but I've heard she was cleared like a month ago and they were looking at bringing her back.
I'm going to assume if she was cleared that she'd be on TV.
And Roxanne looking to hyperextend that elbow. Oh, Roxanne with the chops there just seems to be potentially waking up Charlotte Flair.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, Charlotte looks like she's about to hulk up.
Yep.
Awakening the Queen.
Oh, and Alexa has been taken out by Liv Morgan.
And it happened right underneath Charlotte Flair, who didn't see what happened. And as they show in the corner, next Monday Raw, again, a special start time of 2 p.m. Eastern from London, United Kingdom.
They're supposed to be in the O2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
I was going to say, does Liv's presence in this match also set up the main event of Dom versus Oba, and she doesn't have to leave ringside?
Of Dom versus who? Sorry,
Oba.
but what? Okay, so her presence here has what type of effect on that?
Well, so is it just going to set that up so that Dom can come out? She's already at ringside and doesn't have to leave.
Yeah. Maybe she could still be out there. She might be. Oh.
Okay, I'm glad Roxanne kicked out of that because I was going to say, didn't we see this finish?
We did, and that was also very oddly executed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, at least Roxanne gave it the old college try.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, great match, but I mean, sloppy finish on both of those attempts from Charlotte. Like, even that figure eight didn't look up to snuff.
But you got to understand that Charlotte was working through an injury through this matchup because of what Roxanne had done to her.
Yeah, but we've seen her still execute the figure eight a lot better with the shoulder injured, even with the knee injured.
Oh, going from one star that I'm not a fan of to another. Great.
So we're going to hear from Javon Evans, but then he's putting on wrist tape in street clothes.
Why?
Well, we're about to find out in a few moments, I guess.
After what should have been the happiest moment of the night for Carl, with Liv Morgan, Alexa Bliss at ringside, and Roxanne Perez in the ring, to Javon Evans.
Well, we're going to Ethan Page.
I was going to set up a tag match against Ray and Dragon Lee.
Very possible.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Apparently, I mean, Rusev needs some help to, speak some English at least. So, we got Ethan Page there, but we're always looking for some help as well. So take a look at this.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, videos games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, turnbucklestudios.org is your home for the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. And if you have ever wanted your break in podcasting, content creation, or to help us behind the scenes, hit the join button. Send us your creds by email. Tell us how you can help us, how we can help you. We will sit down as a collective and find that right fit. All of that and more, turnbucklestudios.org.
So these two, I mean, maybe setting up for, a match, maybe somewhere down the line, but apparently having their eyes on a different prize, and that is Penta and the Intercontinental Championship. So we're continuing with that, with Rusev wanting and putting his name in there for that championship.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like it's both Ethan Page and Rusev teaming up for their own personal gain. Because I feel like
how it feels for sure.
Because I think when it comes right down to it, if they do end up in, say, a fatal four-way or triple threat, they're going to beat each other up just to try and get that belt.
Yep.
If I was Adam Pearce, I would just make a gauntlet for the number one contendership. You could put Chad Gable, could put Dragon Lee, put Ray, Ethan Page, Rusev. Like, if Javon loses against Jey Uso, which probably is going to happen,
and I like that idea.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I'm not even interested on this.
We also thought that Raquel was going to beat Io Sky tonight.
Yeah, because he had an opportunity to do something, and they chose not to, I guess. I have a feeling it's just going to be Io defeating Liv Morgan in the final, and then she chooses, I'm going to take on you at SummerSlam for the title. And then Stephanie Bakir comes back, and then it's a triple threat, because that's what they do.
Well,
okay.
Logan Paul and Austin Theory. I gotta wonder what's this about.
Hey, that's my line. Life-changing news. Okay. Are they recruiting? Oh.
I think I would have rather have seen Austin Theory cut this than Logan Paul.
Not the first time we've seen Javon try to get recruited by somebody. I actually like the fit of Javon with the vision.
You know what fit I like for Javon even better? The fit through the door and out the building. Interesting way to go about it.
Well, there's the reason why he had the tape. We're getting ourselves an impromptu match.
Well, not what I wanted, but
no, but
Theory just like sneak attack him before this thing starts,
right?
The less time Javon Evans has on my screen, the better. I mean, cool to see Logan Paul for sure, but yeah, it's just I didn't want to see this. I didn't want. What is going on right now?
My only guess is maybe we're looking for something for Javon Evans to do post King of the Ring tournament, which I think is something that they could have waited till next week for, maybe.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, you got to remember, I mean, we don't know that Seth Rollins is there. We saw that taped promo from both him and Breaker earlier. But you do have the Street Profits who could always fit Javon in as well as that third guy while Dawkins is out.
Feels like Javon Evans recovers way too quickly for me.
Okay, yeah, I can definitely see that.
I mean, both men, I think, are taking way too much time doing just about anything.
Yeah, a lot of wasted motion I'm in this match right now.
Well, they are in a commercial, so I kind of get that a little bit, but
But I mean, if you're going into a commercial break, at least have them do like one big spot that can entice people to say bump up what they're paying on Netflix so that they can see these spots. Because then when you come back to commercial, they always do that instant replay for those big spots, right?
Well, I can tell you this. I have the best package you can have on Netflix, and there are times I go and see movies, trailers, and then there are times I just keep getting the match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I don't think it matters.
No, I mean, Carl and I as well pay for the top tier of Netflix, and
so I think this is just Netflix being Netflix. But I think I would have just liked to see a sneak attack on Javon Evans to start. Then he starts getting that fire back up. You go to a commercial and Austin Theory cuts that off. Come back. Javon Evans turns it back around. Like, it's not. Come on.
Yeah. True.
I just thought it was a really, really slow start to the match.
yeah.
And now they're kind of working backwards.
Especially with how hyped just the promo was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think I could have honestly just left it with that promo, because like the promo was all about his match with Jey Uso, and then suddenly the Visions show up. Like, make it make sense to me at least for why the Vision came out.
Well, because I think we're going to see Montez Ford cost Theory the match here. And that keeps the Profits in contention for the tag titles.
Yeah. What I like, though, is that, again, they are finding something for Logan Paul to do while he is injured. They did this with Dakota Kai a few years ago when she was injured for Damage Control. She was out there in a managerial role. So I like this for Logan. And especially if Paul Heyman is still selling his injury from 2 weeks ago when he got speared through the barricade.
Speaking of absences, as the crowd is singing Joe Hendry's latest hit, "Can We Fire Logan Paul?" Where has Joe Hendry been?
I don't know.
Oh.
We go to another commercial break here.
Yep.
There's quite a few of them in this one matchup.
Yeah, and they're really cutting into the time for Obafemi versus Dom.
Wait, you thought that was going to go like 20 minutes?
I was hoping.
It's an Obafemi match. It's not going 20 minutes.
Yeah, I know. But Oba doesn't even need the win. And Oba shouldn't win.
But Oba probably is going to win.
For whatever reason, yes.
And we do need 15 minutes for Oba to get down to the ring.
True.
Mm-hmm. Roman was a little bit faster tonight getting to the ring. Just a little bit, but not much.
Maybe he was excited about returning to Raw. That he just
But
went
it wasn't
quicker.
advertised as a return tonight. It was just Roman Reigns appears.
No, but in his mind, it was.
It was.
He was just like, the quicker I come here, I do my opening promo, I can then take the rest of the night off. 'Cause why would we have a world heavyweight champion that's actually being used? Mm-hmm.
I think that seems to be the trend lately. I mean, we spoke about that earlier with, and I'm a fan of hers, but Liv Morgan. Since winning that women's championship, she has had 0 title defenses since holding that. And that's been, what, are we looking nearly 3 months now since she re-won that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she won the title at WrestleMania.
Well, WrestleMania was in April.
Yeah.
Which is 2 months ago.
Yeah, almost 2 months, because I can't remember if she won it on night 1 or night 2.
It's night 1, I believe.
So we're, 3 days away from 2 months. That's 60 days without a title defense.
But at the same time, she's also been featured fairly prominently on our screens every Monday night.
Yes, but what does that do about the title?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we get it. Like, the Stephanie Vacure thing didn't help. They were probably going to want to keep going with Stephanie Vacure and her, but you pivot. You like, this is what I don't get with Io Sky right now being in the final. Before the tournament, her last big win came against Sol Ruca, correct?
Yeah.
Who's now your Intercontinental Champion? You're telling me that you're not asking for an opportunity for the Intercontinental Championship?
Right.
But then we have maybe like somebody like Becky Lynch that could step up, or we have somebody else like Raquel could go after the championship, or like the Intercontinental title, and we get like, I just want to see something like.
Yeah. It's almost like Liv is getting to the point where that title is just a prop and a piece of aesthetic for her, as opposed to actually being meaningful.
Well, yeah, she's in the Queen's Ring tournament. She's talking about winning that second title. And she's 2 wins away from getting there.
Yep.
See that Javon Evans trying to get the crowd to go? Crickets.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Well, yeah, they killed the crowd with the promo on the slow start of the match.
But the way Austin Theory took advantage of that, because that again was Javon Evans wasting time, allowing Austin Theory to recover.
Yep. Logan Paul wasn't doing anything. Javon Evans allows himself to get distracted.
I think Javon Evans just took himself out with, or never mind.
Why? Why?
It totally looked like he hit his chin on the
Yeah.
barricade there.
Again, though, I thought he was going to go flying over the second barricade and into the crowd for a crowd surf.
And yeah. See, that's what happens when you waste time there, Javon. But now, well, here comes Montez Ford now. I was going to say, kind of expect Seth Rollins to make his presence. Oh, and Angelo Dawkins is back.
Wow.
Well, we have both members of the tag champions in the ring now with Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When he was doing the signaling, I thought he was signaling for maybe Seth Rollins to come out with him.
Right?
Well, I have a reason to think that they're just going to set up a tag team title match in London. Because I think you cannot have Braun Breaker be in this thing with Seth Rollins and then also be a tag team champion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know that's probably not what they planned for, but sadly, it's kind of where they're at now.
Yeah.
As we're looking at the matches for this Friday, we got a world title WWE Championship match with Sami Zayn as the special referee, as Cody Rhodes and Gunther going to be taking on each other.
Yes. And that match will be commercial free.
Did you get to see this, Parrish?
I did. And I wish Jacob went harder on him. I wanted like mini Carlito to get it.
Yeah.
Mini Carlito. I like that.
He actually does look like a mini version of Carlito.
Yep.
I love the way that like Roman told him again, like go do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
You know what'd be great in this match? The bell rings, JD hits the ring, hits Dom, boom, end of match.
Right.
Be interesting for sure. Yeah.
And now we've got Jey Uso with Byron Saxton.
Yeah, and they're correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like they're up in like the Mean Gene position, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. But they've been doing that for a little bit now, which is good. I like that.
Yeah, me too. Just one small adjustment I would make is putting the actual podium that Mean Gene used to stand on, or the little stage or whatever it was called.
Jay's saying it will be Cody, so he is predicting that Cody is going to retain the title this coming Friday.
Well, it's a prediction for sure.
Watch. Gunther wins. He faces Gunther again for the title.
I've picked Gunther to win.
I mean, I think we're all ready for somebody to take the title off Cody.
Yep.
But there could be something there where we see Sami Zayn have to hand Cody the championship, and then we see something post-match. But
yeah,
again, like, does that have to be at the expense of a loss to Gunther?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
his momentum then going to SmackDown completely gone.
Right.
And look at that. Next week, London tag team titles on the line.
Yep.
Both
Okay.
tag team belts on the line. Okay, so that's what Lyra was alluding to.
Yep, which I called earlier. I said that's probably what she was so excited to go and tell Bailey.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Well, I'm sure Paige was definitely hoping to wrestle in London.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go on a record and say we're going to see 2 new tag team champions next week.
Oh, interesting.
No, I'm with you, Parrish. I think it might be time to reset your entire championship roster.
So you want to do a Russo and strip everyone of the belts?
Not strip everyone, but change. So you get your 2 new tag champs. You get your new world champion next Friday. We've also got... then, of course, you've got Priest and Truth versus the MFTs for the titles on Friday.
I'm actually cool with Priest and Truth keeping the titles there.
Yeah.
Oba's over. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You can nickname him Over Femi.
That's right.
And of course, we got the side by side screen of the fans doing Oba's walk to the ring.
Yeah.
Like one dude has a ruler shirt, but instead of doing the dance, phone.
Yeah.
You had one shot to do something memorable on TV, and you just decided phone.
Now I start to get leery when I see Obafemi do that taunt with the light in the back because I start looking around for anybody trying to interfere now.
Yep.
Because of what Brock Lesnar did to him.
Can only imagine what JD's telling them.
I like that Judgment Day shirt.
Yeah.
Me too.
It's the soccer jersey.
I was just going to say, I got to assume that JD's probably doing it just a subtle promotion for the World Cup because I got to imagine he's a soccer fan.
Well, they're from Ireland, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is my Netflix audition.
Yep. Dom trying to drown out the Oba chants.
I just love what Dom is doing here.
Yeah.
Getting him a sports drink. That's beautiful. You know, a sports drink, absolutely amazing to be able to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is great. Oh,
that totally screams like 80s heel, doesn't it? 80s heel manager.
oh yeah, for sure. That's exactly what that is. Exactly what it is. And for all of you, I mean, if you guys are needing any type of sports drink as well, you can get yourself some zero sugar, maltodextrin filler, artificial flavors or dyes, no secret formulas, hidden ingredients. And you know what? This is a little bit gluten-free as well with unique flavors, all custom made. You'll never taste these anywhere else. With drinks coming in at about $1 a drink or less, much cheaper than your Starbucks or Timmy's. All products are made in the United States, but we are talking about our partnership with Dubby. Make sure you go and check out w.gg. We are partnered up with them, the greatest tag team partners that we have had. Use the code TB Studios at the checkout and save yourself some cash.
So we have seen Dom slip the bell hammer into his boot.
Speaking of getting hammered, JT just got leveled.
Hey, this is the first time that we've really ever seen Oba getting beat this much.
Right.
Well, at least by a smaller guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after a low blow and 2 shots with that bell hammer in the boot, Oba's still able to kick out at 1.
Yeah, but Dom still has that. Well, I don't think he's going to have it in his hand much longer, but
Oh, wow.
damn. Yeah, and that that does it for Dom.
Not fully a 20-minute matchup, but still a little bit of time given to that, which was nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm actually glad that Dom got some of his stuff in on this matchup.
Dom doesn't bounce. It was just a splat.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Mm.
Leave it at that. Leave it at that.
Yep.
Wow.
Kind of calling out Brock Lesnar here.
Why is he dragging the Beast Slayer name back into this? That was done a decade ago with Seth and Brock.
Yeah, but he's not Seth. He's Oba.
Well, if he retires Brock, I think he could take that name.
Yeah.
But he's still got too much focus on Brock as opposed to actually winning the King of the Ring.
He's won his matches quite decisively.
Well, I know, but his focus is still more on Brock.
Because that's the person who's beat him.
Yeah.
Plus, Oba is a guy who can look past Jay and Javon and still win the match.
Well, and he's not even looking past them. He's just acknowledging what's actually in front of him. He acknowledged he's going to wrestle one of Jay or Javon. He also knows that he's going to go one-on-one with Brock again.
Mm-hmm.
And then he pretty much said, I expected Brock Lesnar to come out basically saying, I expected you to kind of take me out of this tournament.
I still think we are going to get that at the King and Queen of the Ring.
If we were going to get Brock Lesnar coming out and like costing Oba Femi a match, why not do it in that fatal 4-way? Why drag us through the mud all the way to a final and do it? And like, I'm not even like, this is more like if that does happen, like why?
Right.
Why waste our time caring about this run of Oba only to just say, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Right.
And give us that middle finger.
Well, because I think that's exactly what they've been planning all along. I still think we're going to Brock Oba 3 at SummerSlam.
I would say
Oba
fine.
getting the
Do
title
that
shot.
night 1 and then have Oba win the title night 2. And then boom, Oba's made.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't want Oba hot-shotted to the title.
Who believable can beat him up?
Well, personally, I would rather have seen him work with guys like Gunther and other big guys first over having to constantly work the smaller guys.
Well, sure, but they moved Gunther over to SmackDown, so you're not going to get that. I would have loved to see that as my final for King of the Ring. Why not do? But you could add Royce Keys. You could add Braun Breaker in this. They're like, nope. You get Jey Uso or Javon Evans.
Oh, I know.
So,
and I'll
if
be honest with you,
if
I'm
that's
going to
the
be,
road,
I'll be cheering Jey Uso.
if that's the road to the world title, then
Right.
I mean, if Jey Uso beats Oba Femi, I have lost faith in the creative department.
Yeah.
I've already lost a lot of faith in the creative department.
I think the only way that we're going to see something like that is if we do have an inclusion of Brock Lesnar, where Brock is costing that. And I think that, which, you know, again, will then go and set up for, but I think that's the only way that we're really going to see Oba not become the king of the ring. But that's just me.
And like, wouldn't it be ironic though too? Because this, if they have Oba win King of the Ring and win the title at SummerSlam, they would have been doing the exact same thing with Oba as they did with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when Brock Lesnar made that debut the night after WrestleMania 18, and then 5 months later, he's the champion.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's quite ironic if they do that with Oba Femi, to be honest. And at least if Oba Femi is world champion at SummerSlam, then we don't have to worry about them doing the same thing with Roman Reigns as world champion for another 5 years.
Right.
Plus, he has to go on vacation. It's just the tribal thing to do.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
And plus, Roman only said he's going to be working through the summer. We don't know if he's going to be working through the fall.
I mean, SummerSlam is August 1st and 2nd.
Yep.
Hopefully his version of summer still includes the rest of the summer month.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the summer doesn't officially end until Labor Day, which would be
True.
the weekend of Sunday night's main event.
Well, that would be, yeah. Which, by the way, Sunday night main event. Come on, WWE. You could have brought back Sunday Night Heat, and you decided to do this instead.
Right?
Simple thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But so, what was everybody's highlight of Raw?
What was that? Sorry.
What was your highlight of tonight's Raw?
Liv Morgan on my screen, and Alexa Bliss on my screen. But my two favorite in the same night on my screen. 1,000%.
In the same segment too, Carl.
In the same segment, in the same everything today, which was for me just fantastic. No, they're really doing good, I think, with the women. I think that with the women's matches tonight, they started off great. They started off like everything was going very nicely.
Mm-hmm.
The finishes for both matches almost seemed as though they were tired. It was almost like a tiresome type of situation, which was a little bit of a drawback for me. And if you want to go back in this episode, if you have not seen, if you're just tuning in now, I mean, you will see when we're done, go back to that time. I was very vocal about it. And for that, I apologize. I should not have got so heated, but I was heated. I mean, this would just seem like another episode of Monday Night Raw that progressed storylines.
Yeah, this Raw did feel like a paint by the numbers kind of episode of Raw. I can't really say if there was any kind of a highlight for me. But yeah, this just felt like a paint by the numbers Raw, and just as Carl had mentioned, just something to progress the stories, and that was it.
Yes, this certainly wasn't a needle-moving Raw. If I had to pick a highlight, I've got to go back to the opening promo. Roman actually acknowledging Jay, acknowledging Jimmy, and then acknowledging Jacob in front of the crowd who were chanting for him, giving him that new, I don't know if it was a shell and rock Ulafala as opposed to the one he wears.
Right.
And then, all of a sudden the instant, okay, snap on Eric Andre, get him, put him down, and that subtle heel turn again.
That was a cool thing too. Yeah.
That was really the most defining moment of this show for me.
Parrish, how about your thoughts?
I think it was Chad Gable. I think Chad Gable coming back and really putting himself in there. He's gotten the apologies out of the way. He's a good guy. We know that. He's got that respect back. He got that tap out victory against Rusev. I think he's now 100% in the hunt for the Intercontinental Championship. And I like that. There seems to be a direction with him, which we kind of wondered if there was one before the El Grande Americano stuff. So I like that because I want to see more Chad Gable. I want to see Chad Gable rush to more segments and more matches with guys that can hang. I want to see Chad Gable and Roman Reigns at some point. That is, to me, the time where I know they actually do look at Chad Gable as a player.
Interesting. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that being said, Anything else, or is it time for OMD to take us home?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, you can find us all at turnbucklestudios.org/host, where you can get our socials and watch our latest weekly live episodic shows. And we'd like to remind you here that the world is better with you in it. From all of us here at Turnbuckle Studios and the Raw Patrol, to those of you out there wherever you are, good night, good luck, we out.
Hip-hop, trendsetters, the school of hard